Okay, here we are back in MatrixGold. If you like what you see or you find something interesting and useful, please hit that subscribe button, leave me a like and a comment below. Let's go ahead and get started. This is just something that I have in my mind. I'm going to try and get it laid out. First thing we're going to do is go to our curves menu and click on arc direction. Arc direction, I'll go down and turn on my grid snaps, change it to yellow, creation layer, and I'll go to my midpoint. No, let's see, I want to go over 1, not 2. Let's see, it's not snapping right, so let's see if this will work. Yeah, about 1.5 over and about 1.5 over, and give it a little curve here. And then I want to right click and do another curve. We'll snap to that end there, and we'll bring this one over quite a while, or quite a distance, and then we'll make it just a little bit larger than the one we have. And then we'll immediately take that one, mirror it F4 over to the other side and hit enter. So we have something like this to start with. We're going to take all that, join it together, and then here we're going to do a rebuild. I want a smoother curve. I don't want those sharp edges, and I don't want to fillet it. So something like this, where it's kind of a S curvy shape, and a degree 3, of course. And we'll hit OK. I'll immediately take that first one we made and switch it to gray and turn it off. Now I'm going to take this one here and drag it out quite a ways. Somewhere around here probably will be okay. And go ahead and leave it there and go up to my tools and grab a ring rail. And we'll just keep it at a size 7. And we'll go back to our curves and we'll do a curve from 2 views. And we'll select our item there and then our rail, and it'll snap it right up at the top, and we'll hit enter. And right now I think they're all grouped together, so what we'll do is we'll make sure they're ungrouped several times. They don't like to ungroup sometimes. So they're ungrouped. We'll take these two, change them to gray. We don't need them anymore. And we'll go to our dynamic command and our ring rail area, our 3 dots there. Click on that and go show ring rail, because we'll need that. And now I'll go to a line curve, snap to my quad there, hold down shift, and just draw a straight line from my quad on my ring rail. Click on it and then offset it to the side that the top of the curve is. And we'll offset it 2.5. That should be plenty. And now we'll do our blend curves from here to here. And again, it's not, got to ungroup it. I don't know why it keeps on doing that. So let's do curve, blend curves, this curve, bring that over. Flip our second one in our dynamic commands, go to our front view, drag this up a little bit, drag this down a little bit, get it to where it's kind of on top of our ring rail, and we'll just hit enter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take this one again, and we're going to keep it just in case. And then go back to our dynamic command, 3 dots, show. And we'll take that curve, we'll mirror it to the other side, F4, hold down shift, and we'll take all our yellow and join them together. And it broke history. Okay, so we have this so far. Now let's go ahead, curve goes in there pretty quick. Let's take this and we'll go to our tools and profile placer, select our curve. Oh my, come on. We'll go to ungroup again. I don't know why it's doing that. And we'll try it again. Profile player, select curve, And now it doesn't. I don't know what the deal is with that. But we'll go to our top view. We'll go to our blue, hold down shift, and boom, boom, it's right perpendicular with our item there. And we'll change that. We'll go to our profile editor or manager, content manager, library. We'll take my favorite one, O2, select that, close that out, and we'll drag that down to a 1.5 rather. And we'll go ahead and place another one on this side, and we'll do the same thing. Hold down shift, boom, boom, and it should be the same size. Let's drag that out to 2.5, and we'll go back to this one, do the same thing, 2.5, and hit enter. Alright, so we have this. Let's do a surface, see what we've got here. We'll surface 1, select our rail, profile, profile, enter, turn some color on it, and we'll just take this and we'll put it to 0 and hit enter. Okay, so far so good. Now let's take this now and we'll go to transform and mirror it to the other side. We want the X direction, not the Y. So we'll go to our dynamic commands, click on X and click off Y and hit enter. So we have both of them on both sides. So what we do to one should be done to the other. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Alright, so from here what we're going to do is we're going to go to our curves menu and we're going to extract an ISO curve from somewhere around in here. That looks okay actually. You can play around with this, but I'm just going to go ahead and take it. And then I'm going to take that curve and I'm going to go to my transform menu and mirror it in the same fashion. Select objects to mirror this curve, hit enter, and I'm going to switch it to the X and turn off the Y. So there it is. Alright, and then hit enter. Alright, so we have this. Now what I'm going to do is go to my curves again and grab another arc direction, and I'm going to snap to our ISO curve and then our ISO curve on the other side and go to my top view and turn off grid snaps and give it a little dome shape, and then I'm going to take that curve, go to my transform menu and mirror it and hit enter. Now this is a good point to save it, and I'll show you why in just a second. So we're just going to go ahead, take it and save it real quick. Okay, and the reason being is now we can manipulate this curve and get different kinds of shapes. So you can keep the outside shapes here, and you can do different kinds of patterns and stuff, going in concave or domed or all different kinds of stuff, and I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. But let's go ahead and let's switch to this layer here, and let's do a surface 2 sweep. We'll take this ISO curve here, this ISO curve here, this little thing here, and this little curve here, and hit enter. Okay, and we don't want any of this on. And take a look at it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And hit enter. Okay, the reason why I was saying save it, you could save it here too, it's okay. But if you go here and you click on your point snaps, okay, so if you grab these 3 point snaps, holding down shift and picking just those 3, leaving the ones on the ISO curves alone, and say you know, you don't like that dome height or whatever, you could just drag it in a little and it'll update. So you can make all different, or if you wanted to make it more of a concave shape going down, you could do that. So there's a lot of different possibilities with just this right here, as far as making all kinds of different designs. you know, I would kind of save it this area here or the one before, so you can kind of do all kinds of different manipulations with it. But we're going to keep it around this here, I guess, and we'll just hit enter, or click off that rather, and then I'll get rid of those control points. Now what we're going to do is go to our curve, and we're going to go to Jali, select this surface, automatically puts it in, pick a pattern. We'll just go something easy, something my favorite, crisscrossies, diamond shape. And we're going to, as you can tell, that's like crazy on there. Wonder what that would look like, but too small, I'm sure. So let's keep on going up, so we get a pattern that we kind of think will something like this looks okay, and we'll just go ahead and hit enter. All right, so from here what we'll do is we'll take that pattern, it's grouped together, so it's no big deal, the Jali, and we'll just do a solid menu pipe, and there you go. Now you can kind of play around with it, see what it kind of looks like. Let's see here, let's take our radius up a little bit, 4.0, our radius up a little bit, let's take a look at it. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, and it's all going into our ring, so that's good. Alright, so we'll take that and see how this goes, and then we'll take this surface here, turn it to a different surface, and then just hide it. Or we could switch it to gray, my favorite color. Okay, so we have this. It doesn't look bad, looks pretty cool. Let's take a look and render. There we go. Yeah. Alright, so let's go back. Now we need to do some work down here, right? So let's see here. Let's turn off gray for a few. Let's take that Jali there, or let's just take all this here, and we'll switch it over to gray. Let's take this curve. Oh, we need that curve actually. So we're going to take this curve, or our profile here, and our profile here, and we're going to mirror it to the other side, F4, right? And we're going to have to bring back out our, but we really want this and not the rail, so let's take this, switch it to this color, and let's turn off our green, because this is what we need to be looking at. See, right now if we were to do a rail with this curve that's on here, it's going to not really work for us, because this would be sticking out, right? So let's take this curve, okay, and let's drag it out a little bit, something like about there. Did it do it to the other side? Yes, it did. Cool. Alright, so from here what we're going to do is extend that curve on out, because that'll be a good position for that. We'll extend that curve, so we'll go back to our curves. We'll extend curve. We'll click on our profile first, hit enter, and then click on that, and it just snaps it right to it, right? And we'll hit enter again. And we'll right click to do it over here, click on our profile, hit enter, then our curve, and it snaps it right to it. And then enter again, and we'll see if it did on this side. Oh, it did. Check that out. Is that not awesome or what? Alright, so at this point let's go ahead and turn off that. So let's turn it to a green here, and we'll turn that off. Okay. Now we need to get this close up. So let's go to our top view. Let's turn off our ring rail too while we're at it for right now. And we'll grab a curve here, and we'll do a tangent from here over to the endpoint here. And then we'll just take that and we'll mirror it over to F4. Holding down Shift. Okay, so we have this here. Alright, so this is good so far. Let's just take all that and put it on yellow. And then let's change our layer to green here. And we're going to go all the way down to the end to Edit Tools, and a Curve Boolean. And we're going to select our curves to Boolean, these here, and press Enter. And then we're going to take this, and this, and hit Enter. Okay, so we should have a curve here. Yep, there it is. Alright, and we're going to take that curve and we're going to mirror it to the other side, F4, holding down Shift. A lot of holding down Shift, F4, huh? We'll bring back our rail here now. And we'll first, we're going to hide yellow because we just want to deal with these here for right now. We'll stick with our edit menu here real quick, and we'll go to adjust close curve surface, and see it's way over there, so we want to drag it to our mid here, hit Enter, and we'll right click and do this one here and hit Enter and do the same thing. And I think that was right. Yeah, okay. Alright, and from here what we want to do is go to our tools menu, click on that profile placer because we want to put another profile on here, and we'll drag it down around to the bottom and we'll switch it. Something with a little arc, something like this here should be okay. And we'll hit select and hit that, and 2.5, we'll leave it at a 4, hit Enter. My yellow's hidden, so turn back on yellow, turn this one to green, and then hide yellow. So we just have our green out there, and let's check this one to make sure too. So I'm just going to go to my recent commands, click on adjust close surface seam, click on my curve, hit Enter, and switch it over to the other side and hit Enter. Now it should be okay. So we'll do a surface 1 from our ring rail, this one and this one, and hit Enter. And we'll take that dome to a 0 as well and hit Enter. And let's just turn back on everything so far and see what we got. Something like this. Okay, nice heavy ring. Yep, looks good. Okay, and from here we want, that we want to hollow that out a little bit, right? So let's turn off our green again and turn off our, and we have our green out. Let's turn on our yellow. Now we know that this section in here is a little bit, let's turn back on our green. Let's take our two top surfaces or rails and hide them. Okay, so this rail is the outside of that, right? So we want to take this rail, just the curve, and we want to drag that in a little bit, right? So it right there. Okay, let's undo that. Bring back our history. So maybe I can grab this one and take it to, I don't know, somewhere around there, so it still has some meat on it. And did it do it to the other side? Yes, it did. So we'll take that And let's hide this for right now as well. And that's our green. Where's our... There's our yellow. Okay, so this is what we want, the yellow curves. So we're going to turn off our green. Well, we'll switch it to red, turn off our green, and we'll stick with these here for a second. And we'll need to do a little trimming probably, yeah. So let's do a little trimming here real quick. We'll trim this little piece off here and this little piece off here and just hit enter. Okay, and now we want to make a profile. So let's go to our curves, go back down to our edit, curve boolean, select our curves, hit enter. We want just this. Yeah, probably don't want that there though. Yeah, let's back out of that. Let's draw another curve out there. Let's go to our top. Let's go to line curve, and we'll go from, well, that one here is fine, and just hold. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, so we want to go to line curve. We'll go from about here straight across, and we'll mirror that from the midsection here. Hold down shift. Okay, and let's do a little bit more trimming then. And actually, let's just go ahead and connect those together. Be easy. Okay, so let's do some more trimming here real quick. We want to trim this off here. And actually, that's all we want. That's okay. And hit enter. Okay, so now let's do our curve boolean, and we'll take all this and hit enter, and we're just going to take that center section and hit turn it to, let's turn it to white and hit enter. So there should be a white curve there. That's right. So we'll take everything and hold down control. It won't let me pick it. So let's take our, well, that's alright, we'll just leave it there. Let's take white and mirror it, F4, over to the other side. Okay. And now what we want to do, well, we should have waited to mirror it, but let's take that white curve, go to our front view, rotate that white curve from F4 over to the mid, and then just bring it up slightly. And now we want to mirror it, sorry. So let's take this and delete it, and then take this and mirror it, F4. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Now we want to take this and duplicate it in place and hit it, and then rotate it from our front view, F4, from there down maybe about there. Okay, and from here, actually we don't even need that one. So let's delete it. Let's take this, go to our front view, and as you can see, our gumballs at a different direction. So we're going to go to this little white circle, and we're going to object. Now all I have to do is just drag it up, something like that. And now we can either do a profile sweep or a sweep one. We'll try sweep one first, see how it looks. Select our rail, white to white, and hit enter. And we'll just go ahead and take that and we'll change it to a cutter layer and bring back out our, we don't need this for right now, so hide that. And just to get a little cut out of it, oh, it moved it. Wondering why it moved it. So let's just take this. I want that curve. I want that curve right there, and I'm going to go to my top view, and my curve is not lined correctly, so I'm just going to reset my gumball, reset it to C-plane, and I'm going to drag it over to the middle of the ring, somewhere around there, looks like. Basically, we're just trying to get that little cut out right there. Now you can drag this down, get any kind of a cutout you want, but we'll just take that. And let's see, this is a closed surface, this is an open surface. What's going on with that? So let's go to our Analyze, Edit Tools. There's a line through the middle here. Something's going on. Wonder what caused that. Let's turn off our purple there real quick. And let's close out of that, and let's just delete this real quick. And let's go ahead, take all this and hide it, and bring back out our, and turn on our ring rail again. So let's hide this, hide our ring rail, select all this, hide, bring back our ring rail and our profiles. So something happened in that profile sweep. Let's try it again. Surface 1 or sweep 1. Here's our ring rail. Here, here, here. Enter. Take that to a 0. Oh, we'll leave it at a 0.1. Hit enter. Open surface. What's going on? Delete. Okay, so there's something I'm missing here. So let's, there's probably an extra piece or something in there. So let's take this, let's explode it. Okay, and then I'm going to take a sweep in here. There's nothing there. Let's go over here to this one. Let's explode it. See if there's something that I missed in there that's causing that to... Oh. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let's go down here to this one. Explode it. Nope. Alright, let's take them all and join them together. 25 curves, 3 closed curves. So what is the deal? So let's do that sweep one more time. Select the rail. 1, 2, 3. Enter. Ooh, maybe it doesn't like that curve there. Open surface. Alright, let's try changing this profile here. Maybe that could be the problem. Maybe it doesn't like that profile. So let's go to our tools menu, go to profile sweeper or profile placer, and drag that down and grab a different one. Could be, let's take, this one's got a sharp edge. Let's take my favorite there. Let's see how that one works out. Okay, and we'll just make it to a 2.5 and we'll keep it at the 4. Enter. We'll check that seam Switch it over to the other side, hit enter, broke history. Let's go ahead and try the surface sweep one more time here. Surface 1. Enter. Oh, it's not wanting to cooperate. So we'll do it again. Surface 1. Maybe I had surface 2. Select the rail. Profile 1. Profile 2. Profile 3. Enter. And that's definitely something's going on. So let's check those seams again. Maybe that's it. Okay, so we'll go here, select our curve, hit enter. Oh, that's it. Drag it there, hit enter. Select this curve, hit enter. We're good there. Select this curve, hit enter. Drag it here, hit enter. We should be okay. Hit enter. Open surface. What is the deal? Alright, let's go to our analyze tools. It's still right there in the center. Okay, well, we can try merge surfacing, merge surface, see if that'll work. Where's it at? I haven't used it in a while. Merge surface. Edit tools. Merge. Okay. Select pair of surfaces to merge. Okay, so this one, I have to explode it first. Explode. Now let's go to edit tools, merge, this surface, and select a pair of surfaces to merge. Okay, and let's see if that worked. Oh, join it all back together, select all the green, join, varies. Now what's going on? Let's go to analytics, edit tools, select surface, hit enter. No naked edges, nothing found. What's going on here now? Okay, now it's a closed surface. Okay, but you can do the merge surface and it'll close those seams up sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Alright, let's try this again. Closed surface? Yes, okay. So let's try our boolean. Sometimes this one works, sometimes it doesn't because it's so tight right there. So let's go to solids, boolean difference. Wait for the command. First surface here, enter. Second surface here, enter. Oh, it cut it out. All B. There it is. Let's go back to my boolean. And let's... oh, you didn't let me... You're not going to let me have it back? Okay, so we'll go undo that. We'll go ahead and mirror that from F4. Hold down shift. Okay, so now we'll go to boolean difference. I'm going to do these separately just because I don't want to mess it up. First surface, enter. Second surface, enter. There we go. Alright, so we got that. And we'll right click, first surface, this one here, and then first surface, enter, this one here, enter. Okay, and enter, and well, it gave me back that time, and that's the one we want. So this one we're going to change to gray, and that will change to gray as well. And there's that. So we have a nice little cutout there now. Let's turn back everything on, show everything. Okay, so we have a nice little cutout there on both sides. So right now I'm just going to take everything that I need to keep and keep it. So I'm going to change this to this layer here, and I'm going to hide it real quick. I need that. So select all this, deselect my ring rail and change it all to gray, and then bring back out my, we'll change that to gray too, and bring back out my item, and we'll take that color there and we'll change it to green. Okay, so there we go. Nice little ring there. Okay, so from here it's just basically the normal stuff. What I'm going to do is add some gemstones, so I'll go to my curve, go to extract ISO curve, and I want to put some stones right here, and it's on the 50 mark, so I'm going to take that, and then I'm going to take that curve and select it and go to my gems and select gems on curve and swing them on around to the other side, and I don't want them going into my bottom rail there, so I'm going to drag them up, go over here. Target object is that upper rail there, and going to drag him up a little, and I'll go to my front view so I can get a good look and turn on wire. So it's about, yeah, they're about even right now. So go back to perspective, do some manipulation, make them just a little bit smaller, do a 1, that should be fine. I'll keep my spacing the way it is because it lines up really good with the top of my ring, and I'll hit enter. And then from here I'll go ahead and go to my solids, objects, settings, sorry, prong placer, and first thing I always do is drag those up. I like some prong to push down on my stones, and I'll do a little nudge on them. Let's go to the right view, and we'll give them, we'll keep that diameter at 0.5, and we'll give them a nudge out. So 0.2, and we need to fix these profile outside prongs, right? So we'll go to ends, and first thing we'll do is we'll nudge that, I think it was a point, actually that looks good, and we'll go to our other side there, and it is a nudge of a 0.05, so let's take that 0.05 and hit enter, and let's check that other side out, make sure they're both okay. Yeah, alright, so there you go. There's our prongs. Height looks good. We'll hit enter, and now we'll just go ahead and mirror them to the other side, or we could just do it all in one and mirror the rail. So let's just do that. Let's go to our cutters, and we'll go in here, turn it on wireframe. We'll drag that up in here, and we'll drag that up, and we don't need it so high. We'll drag that down, and we'll just take that. Alright, so let's do go to our solids, do a Boolean difference, this rail with these cutters, and hit enter. Okay, well, let's hide our cutters. There's our holes, so we're good. So let's delete that one. Let's just go ahead and take this rail here, these stones or prongs and those stones, and mirror them. F4, hold down shift, and there you go. We have a nice little caged diamond, dainty, somewhat dainty ring. So let's go to our render, and we'll just turn on MatrixGold so we can get a good look at it. And there you go, nice little little ring. At this point I would hide the diamonds and then just mesh repair everything and sprue it up and send it on its way. But hope that is helpful, interesting, and if you like it, please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment below. Really appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Have a good day and good designing.